Hey, Jules Blessed Vegan, and as always, welcome to my channel. And for those of you who are new, I know you can benefit. So, yay for Easter, for those of you who celebrate. You know, some people are like, why do we go through this ritual every year? Now, they don't doubt the hallmark or the dinners with family, but does Jesus really rise from the dead every year? Well, no, he did it once and for all and, saved everyone from sin at the foot of the cross, but much like a birthday, which is certainly worthy of remembering for people we love, going through Jesus's process and what he dared to do for us is worth remembering every year. Anyway, so yeah, shout out to Jesus. Thank you so much. My topic is actually on hot flashes and menopause. Wait, what? That's not an Easter topic? Maybe not, but it came to mind. So I don't know, about 10 days ago or so, I had faltered with my food for a couple of days. And one thing that I notice every time I eat processed food is that I tend to get hot flashes. And just for me personally, I didn't actually go through traditional menopause and get hot flashes and stuff like that, like a lot of people talk about. And it wasn't until about 50 that I even noticed I would occasionally heat up, and I wasn't even vegan at the time, that I would get a sense of being heated up, or certainly at bedtime when I was in bed. But I was never one of those who literally had to fan myself or step outside or ask the room, can we turn on the air conditioner? I'm super familiar with a ton of women like that. Praise God, that was never my truth, and it's still not my truth. But in trying to clean up my eating and becoming vegan and raw vegan, I am acutely aware of changes in my body in the moment. And sometimes that can be similar to what I imagine a hot flash would be. I know some people call them heat flashes and other things depending on where you live. Bear with me. I'm pausing because I'm totally having allergies for some reason, and I probably just didn't wash my hands. Actually, I did wash my hands after the horses, but not after the bird cage. So it's probably getting me, but let's keep going. So this is an article called I've Banished All My Menopausal Symptoms by Going Vegan. And this was a claim by a 47-year-old woman. And I absolutely agree with her. I'm going to just see if there's a date. Okay, so this was actually published back in 2015, but it was updated in... So what does it say? Published in 2015 and updated in May 20. It's all 2015, but it remains true. And it's certainly true for me. So like I said, initially, I did start getting what I imagine was hot flashes. The minute I went vegan and raw vegan in particular, they were gone. They were absolutely gone. But in faltering 10 days ago or so, I immediately noticed that they were back. And luckily it was very brief, but I absolutely agree that vegan and raw vegan are the answer for people who do not want to be dealing with menopausal symptoms in general and hot flashes in particular. Anyway, I'll include this in the description of my video, but I just wanted to walk through it and give some of the input from me as well. And I would love to hear from you if you are familiar. And I will tell you, raw vegan is the solution. Oh my gosh, because it just absolutely, chills out your estrogen levels, your hormones, just gives balance to the body in a really beautiful way and quickly. So it says a woman who began suffering symptoms of menopause at just 41 claims she has managed to stop them all by going vegan. Lorraine Palmer, who's shocked when she started suffering from hot flashes, night sweats, and mood swings at such a young age. She also battled skin problems and became depressed. I can relate. But 6 years on, she claims she has never felt better thanks to her natural diet. Not only did she dramatically change her diet, cutting out all meat and dairy products, thank you so much, she also shunned HRT and other medical treatments. Awesome. 6 years on, she credits her smooth journey through the menopause to swapping chips for carrot sticks and adopting a mostly raw diet. Miss Palmer from Wolverhampton, this is from Daily Mail, so it's British, said, I want to shout from the rooftops to give other ladies a chance to fight the menopause and get healthy too. Absolutely. By changing my diet and eating raw foods, I've managed to make the symptoms go away. I now want to help others with their symptoms too. Whereas her daily diet before typically consisted of fried plantain, which is banana, meat pie, and dumplings, she now eats beetroot casserole, washed down with plenty of kale juice. Miss Palmer, who is single, is now a full-time health coach. She said, I was fit and healthy and always at the gym doing spinning classes. But one day I started feeling terrible. I was forgetful. My temperature kept going from hot to cold and my libido was gone. Yeah, the temperature can go 7 degrees in a very brief period, which is significant, really. I couldn't shake a feeling of anxiety and felt tired all the time, and my skin was crawling like I had spiders under my arm. My doctor told me it was menopause and offered me HRT. But instead of hormone replacement therapy, HRT, Miss Palmer decided to go down the holistic route. Yay, her. 6 years on, forget that. Really cute pictures of this lady too, and which of course I'll include in the description of the video. She said there are certain hormones that you can take, bioidentical hormones from plants, for example, but HRT is not specifically for you. It's just off the shelf. I started looking into my food, and it was one of those nights where you're on the internet late at night, and I came across raw foods, so thought I'd give it a go. After the starting of making smoothies and juices, she soon began making all of her own food. I love that. Over a couple of months, I realized my symptoms were going away and my life was improving, all by eating raw foods and vegetables, she explained. So true. Miss Palmer now teaches others about the benefits of raw food diet, bolstered with herbal supplements in their battle to beat the menopause. She added, the worst thing is that I used to love having the odd Jack Daniels and Coke, so alcohol, right? And going to TGI Friday, which is a restaurant here in America as well. But now I can't go because I don't drink and I can't eat anything on their menu. Love that. This is silent applause, which we do with our students. It's worth it to feel the way I do. You're not kidding. Okay. So it says, can a healthy diet really help symptoms of the menopause? In a word, yes. Many specialists now believe that switching to a healthy diet is the most effective thing women can do to reduce the impact of the menopause that it has on their life, both now and in the future. A healthier diet could even banish hot flushes, they call them, and night sweats entirely, according to a U.S. study published in 2012. This found that women who cut their fat intake and increased their consumption of fruit, vegetables, and whole grains improved their symptoms with some banishing flushes and with some, meaning some individuals, vanishing flushes and sweats, what we call hot flashes, right? The researchers were surprised to find that although many of the women lost weight, even those who gained weight experienced an improvement in symptoms. The basic rules for a menopause diet are essentially common sense. Have at least 5 portions of fruit and vegetables a day. Most of your grains should be whole grains, and keep sugar, fizzy drinks, coffee, and alcohol to a minimum. But women approaching and going through menopause need to be especially careful about junk food, refined carbohydrates, alcohol, and caffeine. Amen. That's because there's evidence that these can make menopausal symptoms worse. Caffeine and alcohol and the blood sugar dips caused by processed carbs can trigger the stress hormone cortisol, leading to flushes or hot flashes, right? If I appear to be having a hot flash right now, I'm not. I'm in the high desert, and even though it is 10:30 at night, it is still 77 degrees in this house. 77 degrees outside and a little hotter in the house. But I'm not going to turn on the air conditioner, right? Open a window. Okay. Anyway, so it says they can also compound the negative health effects of the menopause, such as heart disease. I love that. But your good menopause diet is not just about eating healthy. Research is beginning to suggest that certain foods could have a particularly potent menopause-busting effect. These include foods such as lentils and chickpeas, which contain phytoestrogens, a natural form of estrogen found in plants. Other menopause-busting foods include those rich in omega-3, such as nuts and seeds, thought to help counter menopausal memory loss. Switch to a menopause-supporting diet in your 40s and you'll be doing the best you possibly can to protect yourself against menopausal symptoms as well as post-menopausal health problems. I love it. But, I just happened to find this article. There's certainly tons more. But I was thinking that for me because it was so apparent. Like, again, it wasn't even until I was like 50 that I even had any sense at all that I was getting these hot flashes and occasional night sweats of some kind. And my husband teased me a little bit about it. And I certainly knew a lot of younger women and just women that I remember as a child watching them fan themselves and stuff. And then I had a principal a couple of schools ago who in every meeting would be like, can someone turn the air on? Can we turn the air on? She was dying. And I was just laughing, going, okay, I guess you're super affected. And I was so grateful not to be. But as I started to get a few, and again, that's right before I started vegan and raw vegan about 3 years ago, I was a little concerned. I was kind of told it's natural. Everyone has to go through that. But as I started to eat plant-based and then vegan and raw vegan, no, it's not normal and it doesn't have to be. And it was super refreshing for that not to be my truth, And then, but as quickly as that button is on and off, it could be on again because when I slipped for a couple of days, immediately the first thing I noticed was hot flashes again. That is not, it's just one more reminder of the brilliance of the vegan diet and raw vegan diet. It's just brilliant. And it just makes everything easier in life, right? It's just one more reminder. All right. If you like, join us if you haven't subscribed. If you're a dude, you might want to tell your partner, if they want to avoid everything to do with menopause and hot flashes in particular, stick to that vegan and raw vegan diet. Otherwise, just be compassionate. It's the better way. All right, let me know in the comments below what you think. And until we talk again, best of all, if you don't have hot flashes, if you're not even menopausal, if you're not even old enough to be, know that you are blessed.